All right, let's look at how to find the sum of two fractions. So first thing we need to notice is that our fractions do not have a common denominator. You cannot add or subtract pieces from one fraction to the other without having a common denominator. So let me show you a little example. If you and your friends both had pizzas, and they cut theirs into 2 pieces, and you cut yours into 3 pieces, and they said, let's trade pieces. So they gave you 1 piece of their pizza, and you gave them 1 piece of yours. These 2 pieces are not equivalent. So you would have to make the same many cuts as your friend to be able to share these pizzas. So add 1 piece of pizza to your pile and subtract a piece from theirs. So anytime you are adding or subtracting, and only when you are adding or subtracting, you have to get common denominators. So we're going to find a common denominator for this fraction, and we're going to add these 2 pieces together. So we can, if we want to, start listing multiples of each one of these things. So 3, 6, 9, listing multiples of 3, and see if we have a common denominator. Or we can actually just multiply these 2 numbers together. So 3 and 15, 153. This is a common denominator. Okay? So to make these 2 fractions equivalent, or have the same denominator, I'm going to have to multiply the top and the bottom of this fraction by 51. And I will have to multiply the top and the bottom of the second fraction by 3. So this is the number that I multiplied with 51 to get 153. 51 is the number I multiplied with 3 to get 153. So they would have common denominators. Keep it balanced. So we multiply by 51 over 51 because this is the same as multiplying by 1. 51 divided by 51 is just equivalent to a 1. To multiply 2 fractions, so again, you don't have to have common denominators to multiply, just to add or subtract. We do negative 1 times 51, which is negative 51. And I get to use this negative sign 1 time for fractions. So I've already used it up here with the 1 times 51. So the negative sign's taken care of for the multiplication at least. Now I just do the bottom. 3 times 51, which is 153, plus, and then my second set of fractions, 5 times 3 is 15, times 3 times 51, which I know is 153. All right, so now I am charged with adding these 2 fractions together. So adding the fractions together, you just add the pieces on the top. So this is the total number of pieces in each pizza, if you will, from our last example. Somebody has negative 51 pieces, and now we're adding 15 more to it. So if you think about this as part of the number line, you're at negative 51 on the number line, going towards 0, because we are adding 15. So anytime we are adding 15, we're actually moving over to the right side 15 times in this case. So if I'm at negative 51 and I'm adding 15, so I'm moving over to the right, what number will I land on? What is 15 spaces to the right of negative 51? And the answer is negative 36. Okay? So really, if you wanted to, you could change this up a little bit, not sign-wise, but just to help you figure out what that number is. You could do negative 51, and you could make hops over to negative 36 on a number line, or you could do 51 minus 15. And the reason I'm saying minus is because as we move from the negative numbers over to the right side towards 0, our numbers are actually decreasing. So we know we're still going to be on the negative side of 0. But if we subtract, we have 11 minus 5, which is 6, and 4 minus 1, which is 36. So there's that negative 36, because we haven't actually went above and beyond what we're in debt. So we're in debt $51, and somebody gave us $15, so we would be less in debt, but we're not totally out of debt yet. So we're still in debt, but now it's only $36 instead of the $51 originally. So we're still at negative 36, and this is over 153. Now it looks like there is a smaller denominator that would have worked other than 153, but this was quick and easy for us to figure out. So if you did 153, all you would have to do now is divide these numbers by their common factors. 36 and 153 are both divisible by 3. I know that because if you add the digits together and that digit is divisible by 3, this entire number is divisible by 3. So 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 is a number divisible by 3, so 36 is also a number divisible by 3. If you divide 36 by 3, you're going to get a negative 12. And if we do 153 divided by 3, we're going to get 51. So our solution to this problem is negative 12 over 51.